crafty friends, how you guys doing? Today is ornament day, the long-awaited ornament day. We are going to make some beautiful, absolutely stunning, beautiful cards today. I can't wait. It's going to be great fun. We're going to make 10 of them. So we are going to be rotating through. Now tell me, if you will, hi, Diane and Betty and Sharma and Brenda and Sam Schwinden and Betty Gosel and Annette and Roberta. Hi, everybody. Hey, tell me who's working along today so I know how to pace myself. Hi, Pam, and hi, Elsie. Good to see you guys. Oh, it's going to be such great fun. Wait till you see what we're doing. Well, you know what we're doing because most of you have your kits already. So let's see what's in your kit. You got here 10, count them, 10 European A6 cards and envelopes, which I'm going to set aside for the moment. You have a pack of easy 3D toppers. We have some half sheet of Merry Christmas stickers. We have foam pads. I'm going to cheat and substitute larger pads so I can assemble my toppers faster. You have wonderful pine greenery. Before you ask where I find this in the store, every sheet I have is in these kits, guys. So there we go. Every sheet I have is in these kits, and 10 sheets of Mary, as well as a little, these pieces are a little shorter than 10 yards, but 10 different lengths of ribbon for these. Pam's working with me, Diane's working with me. Anybody else working along today so I can keep Mary R's working along? Okay, excellent. Okay, you guys give me a periodic 1 or 2 if you need me to stop and chat a minute. Hi, Irene, I missed you. Good to see you there. Yes, a number, just typing the number 1 says everything is going well. I am right on track with you. A number 2 says you need to slow down or I need something explained. So I will slow down and give you a chance to catch up. There's no shame in that. We all work at different paces. And, you know, because I've made all these cards before, it's easy for me to go sailing away without you. You need to tell me if I'm doing that. Okay? So, oh, good. We got a group working with us today. Excellent. Most excellent. Okay. One of the things I promised is that we would tie bows together. Yeah, well, they used to, Sharma, but I can't buy hot off the press paper anymore. And I don't even know if they make this anymore. This is an old pattern. And that's actually where I bought this paper, was from hot off the press back in the day. I can't get any more of it. So it is gone forever. They may or may not have it on their website. I actually looked when I was putting these kits together. I thought, well, if I have to buy some at retail to be able to make more kits, I'll do it. I didn't find it. So I think we're sorry out of luck getting more of this paper. I want you to notice one thing. Each of your sheets of paper is a little bit directional. I want you to make sure that when you put your baubles in, that the branches are facing down. Now, these won't all look exactly the same. Let's see. Yeah, here, see? Some of them are going to be different because they're cut from different pieces in the paper. But make sure your branches are pointed down. Okay? So we're going to watch for that as we go, because they are a bit directional and they will look oh so much better if your branches are pointed down and it looks like we're kind of nestling your ornaments right in between. Okay? Say that one right there. Well, that one's kind of goes everywhere, doesn't it? But I think I'd still turn it. I don't know. This one kind of goes everywhere. I guess it could go any direction we want. But there we go. We will put those on. So we've got a little prep work to do here. Let's just start by assembling our ornaments. Did you guys do yours already? Oh my gosh. You had to spend $87. Oh, Elsie, I'm so sorry you had to spend $87. But you know what? Hi, Mapa. It's nice to see you. What's your name, Mappa? Yeah, so I'm sorry you had to spend so much, but I know that your crafty friends here are going to love getting your cards. I know I'm looking forward to it. I did get a couple of my cards. I got the cards from Susan Reed, from Kathy Simpson, and from Betty Gossel already. So, yay, it was fun. Hi, Marie. So nice to have you with us, friend. Hi, Irene Taylor. Yeah, it's easier for us because we only have 2 international cards. So if it costs us $3 or $4 to send each one, our total bill is going to be, $8. Yours cost a lot more. I'm sorry that happened, but I'm delighted that you're participating because I know how much our friends are going to love having your cards. Okay, let's put some of these toppers together. All right. We're sending our cards out maybe today. Maybe you could finish. Maybe today, maybe Monday.
No postage today.
It's Saturday. They're open.
They're closed at 3.
Oh, you can still put them in Dropbox though, and they still go out.
I'm sure you can.
I'm not doing it. Maybe Monday. Bryce and I are having this debate about who's going to the post office. Okay. Let's assemble our toppers. If you haven't already done so, maybe some of you are already done with this step. Oh, I just tore open the wrong pack. I wanted the big squares. Those are the little squares. I'll now open this one. But I'm going to cheat and use big squares because it's much faster. All right. Oh, good, Brenda. We'll be right in line with you then, because I can't be late if Brenda's doing it. I may have some more out there too. I just haven't looked. The cards I did receive, your snowman scene, Betty, was absolutely gorgeous. And I love the Spirelli, the white Spirelli ornament. That was gorgeous too. So good on you, Kathy and Betty. And I love the card we got from Susan too. This happens to be my card from Susan. I'm not showing off just because it's Susan, but it happens to be sitting here. She did embroidery on paper, this pretty ornament. So I love that too. The others were in the house, so I didn't bring them out. I would have liked to have shown them to you, but I didn't get them here. So oops. Maybe if you guys don't mind, just for the sake of our other viewers who did not participate but would love to see your cards, maybe when I have a few more of them in, I'll bring them in and just take a quick glance and let everybody see the ones that have come in, because that would be fun, don't you think, for the benefit of those who could not participate for one reason or another. You got yours all layered up, haven't you, Mary? Because you're ahead. Go ahead if you want to and start covering your cards, because you know you're going to need to do that. Do not glue your do not tape or glue your pine pieces down yet, though, because we have to wrap our ribbon around these. I'm off somehow. I know you've thought that forever, but
Yeah, what's news here?
the camera's way too far to one side. Or I'm too far to one side or something, but
your chair's on wheels.
Do you guys see what I put up with? Do you see what I put up with? Can you hear him in the background? Oh, good. Well, Sharma, I'm so glad to hear that we're all in sync here. we're all early, really. I mean, I don't know how what time of year you guys really usually send them. I usually send them somewhere the first week of December. Oh, I'm so happy. You know, we have this little patch in front of our house. It's probably about, I don't know, it's maybe not such a little patch. On one side of the door, it's about 10 feet wide and 15 feet long, 20 feet long.
What, the big patch?
Yeah,
Mm,
probably about 10 by 20, I'm thinking, that just had scraggly looking grass in it. And then we had another little kind of diamond shape patch of grass. It was small, like I'm going to say 7 by 7 ish. And it has never, it had scraggly grass in it too. You know, scraggly grass that's never been very well maintained kind of grass. And it really didn't look that good. It's the one thing in front of our house that just never really got finished. And we have the appraisal coming up this week to refinance and take advantage of these lower interest rates. And I thought, Debbie hit his mute button. Spent the night with you last night. He made your card. Oh, oh, I can't wait to see it. Anyway, um, so that's the one kind of unfinished part in the front of our house. That and the garage doors, which are on order but haven't arrived yet. Took 6 months to get them. Supply chain issues, you know. Anyway, we called up the guy who takes care of our yard for us and said, "What are the chances that you might be able to just pop a little bit of landscaping right out there really quick and have this done for next week?" And he said, yes, he could do that over the weekend. He would do it for us. And he's been here for the last 2 days. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy with it. It's beautiful. He doesn't speak strong English, so communicating exactly what I wanted was not a particularly easy state of affairs. But my goodness, when this man got this finished, it is a work of art. I could not be happier.
He's going this next week for his citizenship interview.
Oh, Bryce was just telling me that Miguel, our landscaper, is going this week for his citizenship interview. So that's exciting. I love that. That's wonderful. I hope he does well. He's a deserving, hardworking, wonderful person who made me some beautiful art in front of my house, and I'm so happy with it. I look out there and it just brings me joy, you know? It just brings me joy. So I'm so happy. We didn't overdo it. You know, because we live in a really natural setting here. I told you guys we have like 50 evergreen trees surrounding our house. And we took out our yard to make it easier to maintain. We're not getting any younger, and we had a quarter of an acre in yard, and that was just too much for Bryce to keep up with. So we actually graveled and we put down gravel and bark dust in our yard, and we now have a zero maintenance. I mean, what the landscaper does when he comes is he just kind of cleans up any wood or any stuff that tries to come up through, you know, the bark dust and the gravel, and keeps it all looking nice out there. It's a pretty easy maintenance, and trims up a little here and there what needs it. But because we have this really natural open setting, that little bit we did in the front, oh, it's so pretty. We just mounded up some dirt and put a few big rocks in it, planted, I don't know, 3, 4 little pine trees in there, and some ornamental grasses and ferns. Hi, Mary Glasson. and it is just so pretty, and it just meets the character of our property just perfectly. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I just couldn't be happier. I kept telling him over and over again. It was a real pain because I kept telling him, no, I want it mounted higher. No, I want pine trees. He didn't understand pine trees specifically. So Bryce went to the nursery with him and they bought pine trees. But now that it's done, I just could not be happier. And I know he's really proud of it too. Our landscaper is, he's super proud of it. He brought his wife over to show her, and it's just really exciting. So yay me, yay us. I'm so happy. So very happy. I was working in the garage because we got these garage doors coming in. I still had a lot of pod finds in the garage. Take pictures for you. I'll do it, Mary, because it's really pretty and I'm so happy with it. You know, our house is big and nice, but until we had Dawn, our contractor, rework the entrance of our house, it really didn't look like this house was much from the street. We had this old rickety porch out front with a really high step. They had to reach up and grab the screen door and pull myself up the steps to get up. It was really, really sad looking. Really sad. And when Don was doing our remodel for us here, I said, Don, give me little steps. I want little steps, little steps. And he said, okay, Debbie, I get it. You want little steps. He went out there and worked and calculated and figured out that if he started higher in the driveway and ran the walkway in, he could give me no steps. I have no steps to my front entry now, and it used to have this just horrific, um, really hard time getting in the front door of our house. Kathy says, are you sure you're pleased with that job? I'm so pleased, Kathy, in case you couldn't tell. So very pleased. But Dawn reworked the entryway. And once we got the entryway work done and we put some rock up out there, then it really made those little grassy areas look shabby. So it's just really, really pretty now. And, you know, it just changes the feel, the look and feel of our property when you pull up 100% between the landscaping and the rock work, and now this pretty entryway he built. It's just like it looks like an entirely different house, doesn't it, Bryce, from what it used to look like. We're in a daylight basement, so even though our house is pretty good size, it just looked like a little box with a shabby porch on the front. It was terrible, and now it looks really pretty. So very happy. Yes, I am. I'm so happy with the job. Like everybody who's been staying home during COVID, we've been, continuing to putter and work on our house, although supply issues because everybody's doing it. And do a weekend retreat. Oh, so we can all see it. Well, come on, Pam. We get through this COVID thing. I'd be happy to host a weekend retreat sometime. That'd be pretty fun. But in the meantime, I'll take some pictures because it has turned out so pretty. And I just couldn't be happier, both with my landscaper and the work that he's done. He just did such a nice job figuring out what it was that I wanted eventually and then executing that plan. I would love, when COVID gets over, to do some weekend long retreats. Boy, that'd be really fun. Some of my crafty friends from here in Tigard wanted me to do a weekend retreat. We were actually thinking on it when COVID hit. We were thinking on doing a weekend retreat at the Oregon coast. Oh, my mom lives at the base of Mount Hood. Oh, you're close. Your mom's close then. Yeah, that's not too far away. That's not too far away at all. Because Tiger kind of sits, we're not at the, I can't in any way claim we're at the base of Mount Hood, but we're not too far away. I can get to Hood River and the Dalles in what, hour and a half to Hood River? An hour to Hood River. So, and you know how if your mom lives at the base of the mountain, how close Hood River and the Columbia River Gorge is. It's not far. So, yeah, we love living here. I love the rain. We are getting a little bit of sunshine today, but we've had lots and lots of rain lately, and that makes me so happy. And it's starting to get colder, though. It's kind of sweater weather out there now. Got my green sweater on today because it's cooler out there for sure than it's been. But after such a hot summer, that cool is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So, but then you guys know from listening to me, I love this part of the country. I do. I love visiting other places. I adore it. I think it's great fun. But you'll never see me living anywhere but Washington or Oregon because this is where my heart is. Pam says I'm in flip flops. Flip flops and shorts. Who else has relatives in Oregon? Some of the rest of you guys have relatives in Oregon too? We have this Delta variant under control. I was talking to my doctor yesterday, and she said, you need to stop putting your life on hold because this thing's here to stay. But I still want to get to a point where it's more controlled than it is right now, you know? But your cousin's near Eugene, okay. Well, if you ever visit your cousins near Eugene, you're only 2 hours away from us, Betty Gozzle. Oh, and Salem. Salem's less than an hour from here, Kathy girl. That's less than an hour. And Eugene's only 2 hours up down I-5. That's not a bad commute to come and see us sometime. You too, Mary R. You have relatives in the Pacific Northwest here in the Portland. Well, so anywhere in Oregon, really. Do you? Oh, Brenda says it's cooled off today. It's only 80. You know, Brenda, I love you and I'm glad you love that part of the country, but you can have that 80-degree stuff. I've had all that I want for a while. I might have been able to enjoy the heat a little bit more had I not been. Whoops, I just put that on the wrong. I put the layer in the wrong place. It should have gone on here. Anybody else do that? If I hadn't been so worried about it getting so dry and fires, I worried all summer. And I'm so glad that I was so happy when it started pouring down rain. Oh, 10% infection rate. That's terrible. I'm so sorry, Diane. Stay safe, friend. No relatives on the West Coast, huh? Well, you just have to come see us, Mary. You just have to come specifically for us when you come. We'll get through this COVID stuff and we'll make some plans. I'll try and make plans far enough in advance you guys could make reasonable travel plans if you wanted to. And We have a good airport here, and just passing through, are we? Say hi to Corey and Lauren. They're just passing through. Say hi. Corey says, I don't know what that was about.
I imagine the gals on the front porch, and so they're going around.
Oh, okay. Anyway, almost done putting these toppers together. They don't take but a minute because there's only 3 layers for each topper. These cards are going to go together so quick. Next, we'll tie our bows and cover our cards, and then we'll just do. Susan is not here tonight. She comes on Thursdays, and then she gets her kit for Saturday and does Saturday online. Oh, Betty lose somebody again? Former coworker. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't leave home. You know, I have my groceries delivered in. We do. I do let customers pick their orders up, but they can only pick them up in the shop if they're all masked up when they come in, and then or we can do touchless entry, and um, we have there's Susan. Hi, Susan. We let people, kind of just there's a little porch area right here off the classroom entrance, and if people prepay, I can put their orders out there so that they too are protected. And I have a couple friends, Susan and another friend, Laura, that come in and craft here. I know that they're taking, hi Lenny. I know that they're taking great precautions, and so they're not putting us at risk and we're not putting them at risk, and that works out well. So we have Susan and Laura that come and craft, and other than that, Margie, of course. Oh, I didn't say to you. Hi, Catherine. I did not tell you guys. I saw the baby yesterday. I saw him. They have lit on what they're going to call him, because as you will recall, his name is Joseph Vincent Aceto IV. And they already call his dad Joey. So they have opted to say that baby's going to be Joseph. Joseph. And I'll tell you, I think I said this before, that is one very pretty baby. It was natural childbirth, too. I was actually surprised because he looks like a C-section baby. He is so pretty. And I misspoke when I said that he was like 5 pounds 5. It was 5 pounds 15. So he was considerably bigger than I gave him credit for. So sorry for my misspeak. I have a picture of mom and dad and a baby that I will put in the next newsletter. And I did. Yes, baby Joseph. That is exactly right. Baby Joseph. Oh, he's so cute. I haven't seen him awake yet. He was snoozing and happy. He just looked like a little contented bundle of love. And I'll tell you, those are some proud parents, and rightfully so.
Nice picture.
I do have my phone. I do have my phone. I could get the picture and show you. I was going to put it in the newsletter, but I could still show it. Yes, I have 2 good pictures of baby Joseph. Let me get them up here. Baby Joseph and mom and dad. Okay, let me turn my phone. There we go. I think that's as big as it goes. But where are you? There you are.
Super still.
There they are. There's Joey on the right, Joseph in the center, and our Ashley on the outside. Let's get a picture of Joey where you can see him, or Joseph, where you can see him better. And you wanted to see this, Mary R. There's a good picture of two happy souls right there. But that wasn't what I was going for. I was looking for baby Joseph. Maybe I didn't copy it out of my text. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, here he is. Nope, that's his cry face. Here's his full body shot. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can get the glare off the screen a little bit. Maybe I can make it. Oh, I can. Let's get in on that face a little better. There we go. Isn't he pretty? He's a pretty little boy.
Handsome.
Bryce says handsome. Babies can be pretty. So there we go. There's our baby. There's our baby. All right. All our toppers are together. So these are set and ready to go. Let's do some covering of our cards. Everybody with me? Okay, you guys probably mostly put your toppers together, and I didn't. Most of you guys with me? Okay. 4 boys, ages. Oh my gosh, 4 boys, 30 to 6. I clearly can't plan. You know, I ordered Christmas stamps for our cards, and Costco sent me flags. I'm sorry, you won't have pretty stamps on your cards, but you know, it is what it is. 30 to 6, boy, that's an age spread right there. Wow. What, your oldest one was 24 when your youngest was born. Wow. Okay, covering my cards.
Marie became a grandma in May, but they haven't been able to see them yet.
Oh, who did?
Marie.
Oh, no. Oh, Corbin, that's a beautiful name, Marie. Oh, I'm so heartbroken for you that you haven't been able to see him yet. I think it's going to be a good long time before I have any grandkids. Of course, as you guys who've been out there with me know, Bryce and I started on this venture a little later in life. I was 38 when I had the first one and 40 when I had the second one. And chasing a toddler and carrying a baby at 40, there was going to be no 41 or 42. I learned my lesson right there. I loved having my babies though, and I loved having the little ones here. So it was kind of sad that we couldn't do more, but at the same time, I got 2 beautiful girls, and I feel really blessed with that. But it's going to be a long time before I have grandkids, I think. I kind of hope, maybe I'm hoping, because I want my youngest to get established in her career and do some of the things she wants to do before she becomes a mom, hopefully. And my eldest, when I asked her about babies, she sent me an ultrasound picture with a puppy in the womb. That was her answer to babies. Yeah, you have grandpups. Just be thankful. So I call and chat with my grandpups online, get them to do tricks and stuff for me. Gypsy, Jordan's bigger dog, who is just she'll be 5 later this year. Gypsy will. She gets so excited when she hears me on the speakerphone with Jordan that she bounces around and waits for Jordan to turn on the FaceTime so I can have her do tricks and she gets treats. I think that's as close as I'm going to get to being a grandma for a while. We haven't had our boosters yet, but we need to get that on the agenda. And again, I talked with my doctor yesterday, just a regular doctor's appointment online, and she told me get my little Heidi up to Walgreens and get myself a booster shot and a flu shot. So that's what I need to do. I'm going to try and get the Pfizer shot if I can, though, so it'll depend on who has that. So, you know that, right? That we want to get Pfizer. Just talking Brace there. Because we had Moderna before. You know, I'm all ready to be a grandma in many ways. Again, I hope that it's a little while because I want my youngest to get established in her career, and she's 22, so she's got lots of time to get married and have babies. But with that said, I was going through some of my stuff from the pod, and I kept all of the kids' activity books because, you know, someday I will have grandchildren, hopefully, and I need to have plenty of activities when those kids are here. I need to have plenty of activities to do to keep them happy and healthy. I'm going to talk loud here since the landscaper's blowing off the deck right outside here. So if you guys can't hear well, you give me a holler and I'll speak up more or move the microphone closer, okay? You hearing me all right still? Huh? Am I blasting you out? All right, just a couple more cards to cover here. Okay, good. I moved the microphone closer today because I knew he was going to be working all around the room that I'm in. And good. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for responding, guys. All righty. One of the things that you guys were talking about the COVID rates in your area. One of the things that was kind of alarming in the Oregon report this week was that our death rate wasn't too bad. The a percentage of them were in their 30s. You know, kids think they're, you know, they either think they're not susceptible or they just don't think it's going to happen to them or have some unusual belief about it. I don't know, but I hate to see that lives being cut short because people won't get vaccinated. But then that's one person's opinion, and I guess we all have to have our own decisions. But I'd just like to get the other side of this thing. You know, again, like my doctor said, it's probably not ever going away now. It'll be like a flu bug or something out there eventually, but we can get it to a more controlled state and maybe not have so many recurrences if we get the population vaccinated so they're not, you know, carrying around the disease to mutate. That's what I look forward to. You lost 17 people in the last 24 hours up there, Roberta. Oh, I'm Pam. You're a nurse, so you see it firsthand, don't you, love? Oh, I'm sorry you have to experience that. Who was it that just said they had 3 daughters, 6 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, married 55 years? Who was that? Can you scroll down just a little bit? I want to see who that was. Sam, that is wonderful. I love to hear that. 55 years together. Wow. That's wonderful, Sam. You're an inspiration. That's wonderful. Diane just had her 38th anniversary. How about some of the rest of you? How long? 50. That's spectacular. 55 years. You just make my heart sing. That's wonderful. I hope your family did a big a big shindig for you at 50 years. That would have been pre-COVID. And you got 50 years next September. 2 children, one in France, one in Australia. Between 2 kids, you have 5 grandchildren. That's a good long time. Susan Reed and Dennis have 23 years. Pam, I can only imagine what you've been through, my friend, in this pandemic. God bless you for doing the work you do, friend. So important. 42 years for Brenda. I love these numbers. This is great. Bryce and I have 94 to 20, 94, 26. No, 26, 27. What was it? 26 years. Better be 26 because we have a daughter that is approaching. Is she 24 now? She must be 24 now. 25, 24? We didn't wait too long.
She just turned 25.
Yeah, she just turned 25, so we better have 26 years. What do some of you guys do for a living? I know a lot of you are retired. Tell me what you guys do for a living. We've been celebrating Pam's vocation and her contribution. What else do you guys do? I obviously run a craft store. Chief cook and bottle washer for a craft store. Mary's got 55. Who's got 55 years? Pam. Mary's got 25 years. Okay. 42 years, Elsie? Wow. Bless your heart, sweetheart. That's wonderful. Wow. You audit medical records. Hopefully retire in the next year or so. Okay, Betty? Medical records. What else do you guys do? I know a lot of you are retired, and someday I'll retire. I got new landscaping and entryways, and Bryce says every once in a while, do you think there'll come a time when we retire, Deb? I said, yeah, when we pay for everything we've enjoyed doing. 22 years for Roberta. One son, never married. I did it my way. 2 grandsons. Sharma, there's a whole lot of ways to form a family, friend. And I'll bet you are terrific mom. Long haul driver. Oh, yeah, Susan. Yeah, I knew that about you. Okay. Employee health nurse. Oh, yeah. Oh. Now, I didn't know you were a nurse, Mary R., but you're about to retire, huh? Oh, I'm not going anywhere for a long time. You ought to see the bills I accrued with all this remodeling we did. I get calls just about every day. Not every day. Once a week or so. Calls, emails, postcards in the mail saying you want to sell your house, And every time I look at one, I think, nope, they're going to have to drag my dead body out of here. I'm not going anywhere. I got this place just the way I want it now. Got the house I always wanted. I'm not going anywhere. Irene did sales executive from a bank. Okay, I used to work for a bank too, Irene. I was in human resources with a credit card bank for quite a long time. Yep. Utilization and review moved to employee health in September. Okay. Well, you and Bryce could have good conversations, Mary, because he's a human resources manager and he does all the contracting and stuff for their health plans. So he could have a good chat with you about those things. A journeyman in the meat department for 26 years. Wow, a meat cutter. That's a good profession. That's a good profession. That's not an occupation that's ever going to go away, I don't think. It's fun and interesting to see what you guys do. Thank you guys for sharing. It's fun. Retired math teacher from high school for Elsie. Okay. Betty, okay, has one daughter and one granddaughter. Again, Betty, there's all kinds of ways to form a family. Look who just dropped by, guys. Right in the middle of my... Here. Can you sit? Can you sit, please? Hey, sit down. Sit down. We've been having fun talking about what everybody has done for a living. They're retired or working and interesting. Okay, can you sit, baby? Sit. Oh, that's such a good boy. And you're looking out. He said, yeah, but where's my treat for doing it? Where's my treats, Mom? Where are they? There they are. Mama had them buried. Oh, would you think you'd like one of those? You think you might like one of those? Oh, oh yes. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. You figured he was calm enough that this might be a good time. Did you wake him up?
No, he was out on the deck.
Oh, you were out on the deck, just looking around, checking things out. Oh, a teacher in English, Catherine Lane, 11 to 18, and deputy principal, and then a school inspector, married for 30 years, but first met him in 1976. Wow, that's great. Oh, we love our educators too, don't we, guys? They're the future of our country right there, our educators. Okay. All right, why don't you go see Daddy? He could sit with you, couldn't he? He's pretty sedate. Maybe not. He's pretty sedate. He said, I'm going to sit here all day if it means those cookies keep coming. Are you going to have him come around?
Put him on the floor.
Okay, go see Daddy. Go see Daddy. We have to hold him out here for obvious reasons. Like I said, he decided that this was a good place to take care of business. I disagree. So he's been very contrite when he comes out here, though. It's like, Mama, how long are you going to make me pay for this mistake? It wasn't one mistake. It was a series of mistakes, however. No, Teddy's not allowed back in the shop yet. Not unless he has a leash on so I can see where he is. His costume's actually pretty big, and right now, because of our pod projects and stuff, I have boxes. You can see them behind me. I have boxes and stuff all stacked up of things I need to take care of. And so it's easy for him to get away with things he shouldn't get away with. Hi, Danielle. Good to see you.
And Sean manages a gift shop.
Oh, that's a fun job. That would be a fun job, doing a gift store. I would like that. Stay-at-home mom, 34-year-old special needs young man. There is an angel's calling right there, Danielle. There's a special place in heaven for people who give our special needs special needs persons the attention and love that they so deserve. Nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom. You know, when I started Simply Special, I started it because even though I had the career I thought I always wanted, I got it. And then I sat there and looked at Lauren and her third birthday party and realized how much of her life I was missing. And everybody left, and I said, Bryce, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we got to figure it out because I'm going to quit my job. Which was met with a, you're what? And then he said, okay. And it took us about, I guess, 7 months to make that happen. But we made it happen. And Simply Special was born shortly after, so I could have something to do that gave me time to have adult time too. All right, time to tie bows. You guys got your bow maker's head ready? Oh, wow. I didn't know that you flew so much, Betty Goswell. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. 2 to 3 times a week for 10 years. She flies all over the place. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of travel. Okay, it's time to tie some bows. You guys ready to tie bows? I told you we're going to do this together. I have both of my bow makers that I think you guys will have right here in front of me. And we're going to tie these together. Which bow maker do you have, Pam Hatch? I want to start for you. I want to start on the one you have. Oh, okay, Roberta. I'll make sure she gets it. She's coming in every Friday to pick up her paychecks. So I have your red one. Okay, we're going to start with red. And I'm going to start with a color other than red so that you can see the contrast. Bryce, we're going to come way in on this, please. We're going to make some make some bows together. Now, because each of our cards is wrapping around the green paper, you need to allow yourself a bit of a tail for each one. And yet I don't think these ribbons are cut overly long. So let's allow maybe this much. I'm going to say maybe 4 inches. Okay. All right. Now we're going to tie a 4-5-4 on our comb. When I talk about numbers, this one is not numbered. When I talk about numbers, I'm calling these little tine right here. I'm calling this tines because it reminds me of a comb. Those are 70s hair picks, which I still use on occasion. These little tine right here, starting at the gap between them, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So starting at the gap, I'm going to 5. Here we go. I'm going to lay this across. I stuck my ribbon down through this first slot, and I hold it with my finger underneath so I can hang on to that. Now I'm going to count over to number 4 in the smaller tine, and I'm just going to wrap my ribbon around the number 4 on the right-hand side. Okay? Now I want you to come across. This is going to be the same operation regardless of which bow maker you have, guys. It'll be exactly the same operation, but we'll do some on the blue one too, just so you can see it on your bow maker. Okay, so I've caught the number 4 tine. I'm just picking it up and coming back. Now I'm going to go over to the left-hand side because whatever I do on one side, I need to do on the other. So I'm going to the number 4 on the left-hand side, and I'm just going to pick up that one tine. Okay? Now, hi Muriel. Welcome, friend. And then we're going to come back across to the right-hand side, go right over the top of the work you've done. That's fine. and pick up the number 5. See that? We're going to come back and we're going to pick up the number 5 over here. Okay, bring that ribbon back to the right-hand side. Pick up number 4. So it was 4, 5, 4. Come to the left-hand side, pick up the number 4. And then let's go down through the hole. Instead of coming back to the right, we're going down through the hole. Come up. When I say come up, once I put it down through the hole, I want to kind of scooch that ribbon together from the bottom. So I'm just using that ribbon that's on the back right now. See, it's coming through here to kind of scooch my ribbon all up and kind of pull it together. Now I'm going to, you see where that gap is between the two? That would be 0 the way we counted the time, right? I'm going to come right through that on the front. And I'm going to use that to kind of pull my ribbons down back towards me, okay? There you go. I have the 2 ends. I'm letting this side go from the little channel at the bottom. I have this one on the top. I'm going to wrap one over the top of the other. Just a little half knot like you would tie your shoes, you know, when you start to tie your shoes. Just a little half knot. Pull good. You know you have it right when it looks like this on the back. And let's slide this off. And let's see what our bow looks like. We might tie the next one just a little bit bigger. This one's a 4, 5, 4. I think next time we might want to go just a little bit bigger.
Did you say hi to Muriel?
I did. Now, if you're having trouble with this satin ribbon being too slippery, remember Margie's trick. Margie has a neat trick for that. When just before we tie our half knot, when we have all of that ribbon kind of laying there in our comb, she puts down a piece of tape in her ribbon. And then she ties the half knot right over the top. We'll do that next time just to remind you. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is let's take this piece of paper and check our fit on our card. We've already covered all of our cards and trimmed them down. Now it looks like we have a little bit of trimming to do on this paper. My card is 4 1/8, so I'm going to trim this 4-inch piece of paper down to 3 7/8 to allow my gold to show. And my card is 5 7/8 inch long, so I want to trim this paper to 5 5/8. Now let's see what it's going to look like, how our fit will be. And look here. That is beautiful. It's going to be great for our margins, okay? But do not hook it down yet, because we're going to wrap this ribbon around here to hold our ornament. So I want you to take a bit of your tape. You want a nice firm hold tape. I'm using my Hunky Dory finger lift tape. You could use other tapes, but it needs to be a nice firm hold tape. I'm going to tape right across the back of this ribbon, just like that. Just like that. And now I'm going to pull it down and I'm going to tape across there. So I have a nice piece of tape all the way across the back of my ribbon, just like that. Thank you, Marie. Okay, now I want you to tear your tape in the center. It's always best when you're taping on fabric to tear in the center and then pull back both directions. I'm going to place this bow so that it sits about a 1/2 inch down on my paper. Don't worry about fluffing it up yet. We can do that when we're done. But put it about a 1/2 inch down on your paper. And then just wrap the ends around. This is the time we're going to trim off any excess ribbon that we have. This is a lighter weight paper, so use a little care in taping it down. This will make good corners on your cards. Remember, we can wrap the corners, so you have enough to do at least 2 corner wraps out of that yellow. Now, this is when we can straighten that bow up a little bit if we want to. It really doesn't need much straightening. I mean, they come out beautiful. Okay, now it looks like this. We're going to put some tape on the back of here, make our tape flags. So what I want you to do, just put one strip down on each side, then take and loose this, just the top piece of that ribbon, or of the tape. Don't pull the whole thing off yet. Just expose about 1 inch of the adhesive and pull the paper out to the side, just like that. Now we're going to take out one of our covered cards. We're going to lay this out. Now, if you have any little tape showing at the bottom, trim that off before we pull our tape flags out. We don't want any sticky adhesive showing there. We're going to position this just the way we want it till we have a nice even margin all the way around. When you get it right where you want it, hold your paper firmly, pull that tape out. Hold it firmly, pull that tape out, and we now have a thing of beauty. We have that beautiful ribbon and our pine paper down to our design. The one I put with this was this. Is this a chickadee, honey? Is that a chickadee? What is this one?
I think so.
I don't know. The bird with the yellow on it.
Maybe a finch.
That's, Bryce said it might be a finch. I don't know. I'm not good on bird names, but we're going to take this beautiful yellow bird. You can put a few squares on the back of it if you'd like to, if you want it to look like it's kind of floating above the branches a little bit. You can put some foam squares on it.
So she did it. Oh, gee.
Oh, you got it. Yay, Pam Hatch. We're going to do another and another and another. So you're going to get good at this. I'm so happy for you, Pam. Good. We all know Debbie can make bows blindfolded. Your first bow. Now I want you to take this ornament top and slide it right up in there as if that ornament was tied right into that bow. Of course, we're not going to do that. That's too much work. We don't have to do that. But look how beautiful that looks. Now, we're going to take our Merry Christmas stickers, peel one of those. Hopefully get it straighter than I did. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's good to handle these stickers with the tweezers. I tend to just do it with my fingers and then move them, but sometimes I think it's easier and better just to put them down with the tweezers to begin with, so you can see what you're doing before you adhese it. I've got my Merry Christmas on there. And our card is finished. How beautiful is that? Now look at the detail in this card and the sparkle. Isn't that gorgeous? So very pretty. We're out of these kits and we're out of the toppers for now. I do think the next time I order, even if it's not Christmas time, I'll get some more of these toppers because these toppers are just spectacular. So if you want to add some to your stash, I will get more. Okay, there's the yellow one finished. Let's do another. This time I'm going to switch to my blueberry bow maker. Now, I will show you. Last time I made the ribbon slightly bigger. It's really a matter of personal preference. I think they're both pretty. So I don't think it matters if you want to go one more higher. You could. You could make it a 515. You could make it a 515. Done times 2. I'm not sure what that means, Mary. Do you need me to wait a second or are you good? You've done 2? Is that what you're saying? I'm going to take my combs apart. I'm going to... All right, I'm going to use the blueberry bow maker this time. This time I think we'll tie a red because we have way more red to tie than we do. Okay, I will, Roberta. And then I'll watch for some kind of pine paper somewhere. So I'll find some eventually because when I set my mind to things, I get it done. But I haven't found any yet. But I haven't given up. Okay, this paper was perfect though. Oh, okay, I got it. Got it. Oh, I love that, Mary. Thank you. That's a nice hint to people. You can give me a thumbs up on both your laptop and on your phone. Yeah. Oh, okay. If you have 2 different, but yeah, on your phone, most of us have Google accounts on our phone, right? If you have 2 different email addresses, you can't give me 2 thumbs up. And, I'm always grateful. So nice hint, Mary R. Okay. Now, on the blueberry comb, I'm at it. I'm putting about, 3.5, 4 inches out there. That's enough because these aren't real wide cards. I'm going to, the blueberry comb have numbers? The blueberry comb, I'm going to turn it over because the blueberry comb actually does have numbers on it. Look at the top. See, it counts out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have numbers at the top. You can actually use that to help you. Where can I buy the bow maker from in the UK? There is a store, a ribbon store online, Muriel, that has this bow maker. Can anybody who's over there help us with the name of that ribbon store where she can buy this? Okay, let's do this ribbon again. Here we go. We've got it. We've got the tail caught in the little slot. We're using our hand to hold that in place. We're going to come up here, and this time I think I'm going to tie this slightly larger. So I'm going to go to 5. Let's go to number 5. I'm going through, and then I'm just coming right back up through so I catch that number 5. Okay? And now we're going to come across, and we're going to pick up number 5 again. It's this third one from the end. Bring your ribbon back across the top. Now I want you to go to number 6. 5, 6, 5 is what we're tying. Whatever I do on the right side, I have to do on the left. So I'm picking up that 6. Bring that ribbon back across. Let's go to 5. Pick up that ribbon. Don't worry if it looks like my bow maker is getting really full. Yes, it is full. It's okay. Wait till you try and tie Kathy Girl's bow. She has an even more involved one. I won't tell you the numbers when you're in the middle of doing this one, but hers is even more involved. I do love it, though. It's beautiful. Okay, so we have a 5, and we've gone back to the left, and we picked up 5. Then we picked up 6. We went to the left and picked up 6. We came to the right. We picked up 5. We picked up the 5 on the left-hand side. Now we're going to go down through the hole. Instead of coming back to the right, we go down through the hole. We're going to use this ribbon right here to kind of scooch things up on our bow maker. Kind of push those ribbons together. And I'm going to pull this through between the 2 number 1s, what I call position 0. Now I said this time we're going to use Margie's trick. I'm taking a little piece of this hunky-dory finger lift tape, I'm going to put it on here. Anytime I'm putting finger lift tape on fabric, I always tear it in the middle and pull back both directions. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting a little piece right on top there. That might just not seem right, but that's what I'm doing. I put that tape right on top of my ribbon. Now, I'm going to pull these together and I'm going to tie my half knot. If they do have it, I'll check again for paper wishes. I didn't see it when I looked, but maybe they have it. If they do. Okay, now pull it tight. You'll know you got it right when it looks like this on the back of your comb. It looks like this on the front, this on the back. Pull it nice and tight. Now slide it up and off your comb. And what we have is beautiful. Okay, there we go. We're going to pull our ribbon out straight. Now, the advantage of Margie's trick there is this won't try to come untied on you. Can still slide it just a little. Sometimes when you pull the ribbon through from the front, you can get slightly off and one side gets bigger than the other. You can usually just pull that knot down a little with a firm pull. And that's what it looks like. Okay. We have to trim up another piece of our paper. In fact, I think I'm going to trim a couple at one time since I know that all my cards are the same size and this is lightweight paper. I should be able to do this together. Oh, Bryce just looked and Paper Wishes does in fact have that pine paper. Buy me some while you're in there, please. Buy me, how much is it, a 25 pack?
$7.35 for whatever those pack size.
Okay, so buy me 4 of them. Maybe 6 of them. Buy me 6 of them. I trimmed my paper to I trimmed my paper to 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, which again is the perfect measurements for this. It'll give us a nice little 1/4 inch border, 1/4 inch border around our board. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's take this. Thank you for the advice, Sharma, on the paper. We found it and I got some.
It's in my cart.
Okay.
Someone's cart.
And here we go. Who has a bow maker in stock? What bow maker? Who has a bow maker? I don't think they have one of these. What kind of bow maker did, and who had it, Mary? The little hunky-dory purple ones? I'm sure they don't have one of these. Okay. Let's get our green paper we just trimmed. Make sure that it's trimmed right. Yeah, I'm grabbing the right one. I'm going to take my They have an embellishment attic bow maker at do they have that at Hot Off the Press? Look, please.
Hot Off the Press or Paper Wishes?
Paper Wishes, that is Hot Off the Press. But yeah. Okay. Okay. There we go. Here's our red ribbon wrapped around. There we go. We're going to put our tape on it. Put it down. Oh, at Fantastic Ribbons. Okay, that's the UK company. Got it. That's the one I was saying Muriel wanted to go to. Okay, good. I thought I'm the only company in the US that has these. I was worried there for a minute. Okay. Yeah, Fantastic Ribbons is the UK company that carries these. They think, I'm not sure if they are. They might be affiliated with Tattered Lace, who is the parent company of Embellishment. Yes, okay, good. All right, I'm with you. Yeah, Muriel, that Fantastic Ribbons, that's the place to get it. I've heard before. In fact, I saw it before. I tried to find them anywhere. One time when we ran out of these, I tried to find them anywhere, and that's the only place I could find them. Because Embellishment doesn't always have them. In fact, more often than not, they do not. So when they make them, I buy a whole bunch every time because I can't always get them. And this is my bow maker of choice, always. There we go. Look how beautiful that is on there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Our outbound postage rates are so bad here for international. Guys, I'm sorry they're so bad. I would do something about it if I could. I'd ship to you cheaper if I could. I just don't have any options. So, okay. I'm going to put a few foam squares on the back of here to hold my, I'm using the robin this time. I think it's a robin. I don't know. It has a red breast. I'm using this one. I'm going to peel my tabs. How are we doing for time, huh?
3:15.
Oh, we're doing great. Because we got our prep work done. I mean, if we run out of time, guys, that's really okay. I mean, other than our chatting time, because we because we're doing the same thing over and over again now. So I'm going to stack my Merry Christmas this time just for the heck of it. Because I can. Why not? All right, there we go. How pretty is that? Beautiful. There we go. Robin's done. We have 2 done. I have another one trimmed down. So let's get a bow going for this. I think we should tie a pink one because we haven't done that yet. Let's do this card next. Oh, I love that. Find a pink ribbon. I used to, at one point in time, I know that those guys who watch us all the time know this. When the girls were little, our international rates were so much better. I mean, they still were expensive, but it was reasonable to send things outside of the US. And so Lauren and I used to, when she was little, track all the countries to whom we had shipped. We had a big international map downstairs, and we put push pins in to show where all the countries were that we had shipped to. We shipped to more than 50, I think it was like 58 countries. Oh no. And Muriel, talk to me. Let me see if I might be able to work something out with you for international first class. If you can't get it from the other one, let me see if I can ship you one by international first class. I'll at least quote it for you. The new Animal Kingdom is here, Betty Gosling. Anyway, back in the day, we used to ship outside the US. 40% of our business was outside the US. And nada. Okay. So I'm going to tie a 565 again. I did like that size. So we're going down. We have a tail. We're coming across to number 4. How are you doing, Pam? Did you get that last one okay? We're going down to and wrapping around number 5. We're going to wrap around number 5 again on the left, because what you do on the right, you have to do on the left. We're coming across. Oh, you didn't get it? Okay, you watch. Okay, so I've hooked it in here. I've come across and picked up just the number 5 tine. Then I've come across to the left-hand side and I picked up just the number 5 tine. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to go to number 6. Number 6, go just around that one tine. What I do on one side, I have to do on the other. So pick up the 6 on the left, come back across, pick up number 5. Come back, pick up number 5 on the left. Okay, now we have all our ribbon on. 5, 6, 5. I'm going to go down through the hole in my comb. I'm going to take this opportunity, since I'm pulling this ribbon up into the channel anyway, to kind of scooch my ribbon up a little bit from the top. Oh, please do email me. It's info@simplyspecialcrafts. info@simplyspecialcrafts.com. And let me see what I can do, Miriam. Maybe I can find a way. I will try. I will try, my friend. I really will. Okay. Go through at 0, which is right between the 2 ones. Pull that up. Let's add a little piece of tape to that again. I really do like Margie's trick. Okay. If you just can't get it, guys, Catherine in France, or Muriel or Elsie, if you just can't get it in Norway or France or Australia, it will take a while to get there if we do it by international first class. I need to tell you that is very slow, but I can get it to you. That's the good news. And it's still going to be expensive, but let me quote them for you. I'll make an exception to my international rule for you guys, because this is just a really remarkable tool. It's not all that big and heavy if we do the blueberry ones, and maybe we can get you one. I'll try my best, because I hate tempting you with things you can't have. So I will try. All right, pull that nice and tight. If it looks like this on the back, it's correct. Pull it up off the throw it across the table that time. Up and off the bow maker, and there it is. A thing of beauty. Hi, Annette. Good to see you. Had dinner with your babies, huh? Excellent. All right, I'm going to put some tape across the back here. I need to make sure this is my cut piece. It is. Okay. I'll put some tape across the back here. Okay. I know I told you before, Muriel, that I would only send a flat rate box, because that's my usual shipping standard for international mail. But if you still are interested, we can try and see what it would be for the embellishment attic bowmaker comb. I think if we go with the little one and not the magazine, just the little blueberry, I think that we can get that into a reasonable shipping rate. And if you want, we'll actually price out. I don't know if it will be reasonable enough or not, but we'll price out your explosion box too, just in case. I don't know. It might be just too expensive, but I will price it for you by international first class, and then we'll see. Okay? Because I felt bad that I couldn't get you that before. Okay, there it is. It's beautiful. This is the one that the needles are kind of scattered this way and that. I'm choosing to go with this one, which is kind of prominent. This one and this one are both pointed down, and the others are going to kind of get covered up by the ornament anyway. Okay. All right. Let's put some tape flags on here. I know I'm just repeating at this point. I wanted to go through these bows a few times for our friends who are struggling with the bows. So when we're done, when you guys have seen this enough time and I'm boring you, don't just hang up. Tell me, okay, we're done. And I will let you finish the rest on your own, since we're doing exactly the same thing with all of our cards. We'll do one more here, and then we'll decide whether we want to keep going or whether we're done. Oh, Annette, that is just so sweet. Boy, I love that. You guys know how much I love kids' art, right? I think kids' art, it just touches my heart in a special place. It really does. I love kids' art. And that will mean a lot to me to get that card from Oliver. I think that's great fun. Okay, when you get your paper positioned right where you want to pull those tape flags. You can fluff it up a little bit, straighten it up. Oh, there we go. Now we're going to put this absolutely gorgeous flower in there. Some of these I made flat. Some of them I put on foam squares. You can do either one you want. It just annoys me to no end that the shipping rates for incoming parcels into the United States are pretty darn reasonable, depending on the country from which they're shipped and the negotiated rates. That we practically give away postage coming into the US. But for those of us who are in the US trying to sell outside of the US, the prices are just ridiculous. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me as a shop owner, for sure, and it doesn't make sense to me as a taxpayer. Why are we subsidizing incoming rates? If we're going to subsidize something, let's subsidize the rates for outgoing parcels and help U.S. merchants. I don't understand. I don't understand why the UK can ship a package here for less money than I can ship a package to UK. I don't understand at all why China can ship a package here for cents on the dollar. Do you want to write him a check, please?
You're finished.
Yeah. All right. Is that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They don't get any prettier than that right there. Well, China can ship stuff in here for like nothing, which just, I don't get it. I don't understand how come that's the case. I mean, that's how come you can buy something on, Amazon or eBay and buy something, for 99 cents, including shipping. Good. You give Biden a call and tell him that is not fair to our U.S. businesses. I love these cards too. I totally love these cards. Shall we do one more? One more? We've done one of each color. We can do one more. And then I think we should call it good because you're just watching me repeat the process. But I can do one more so you can see that bow one more time. Let's do a red one. Oh, I love the deer. Let's do the deer. We're going to do this one next.
Where's my checkbook?
You might have one over here, but you can grab one out of the drawer in there too. In the bottom drawer, it says Bryce Deb on a checkbook folder. You could grab one out of there. Okay, let's go back to, do I want to use the red comb? You know what I'm going to do? We're going to tie it on this little tiny one. Let's say your combs get separated, you lose the big comb, and you only have this little one.
These are home straight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Wells.
Yeah.
Look out here and look around my desk there. This is simply special. And that's Longshore. You got it? Okay. All right. All this big family finance stuff. We got to pay this guy for the work he did so well that I love. Catherine, it's nice that you could hang out with us today, sweetie. I love you, and thank you for hanging out with us, friend. Okay, I'm going to tie this one. Let's see. Maybe I'm not going to use my little one because it only has 5. I could try a 4-5-4. Let's try a 4-5-4. I don't know. It might be too small, but let's try it. Let's try it. There's the 4. Okay, I put my ribbon in the little slot, about 3-4 inches hanging down. I come across, I grab the number 4. For my number 5, I'm going to come clear across and grab the outside tine. And then I'm going to come over here on the left and I'm going to grab that outside tine. Come back across and I'm going to grab the one next to it, number 4. Number 4 on the left. Instead of going back across, this time I'm coming over and going down through the hole. Up, scooch up onto the comb. We're still coming through at number 0, right there between the 2 ones. You'll probably feel your ribbon slip to the front when you come through because, of course, there's nothing holding it to the back then. So everything, if it looks like this, it's right. Let's take a piece of tape, put it in our bow. Margie's trick. Let's peel that tape from the center. It's not going to hurt a thing, guys, because the sticky's all on the back, right? Now I'm going to kind of pull these together a little bit. All I'm doing is just pulling this one down, this one up, and kind of scooch them together a little bit. Now I'm going to tie my half knot. I think that might be where you're getting messed up, Pam. You just pull this one down, you pull this one up, and you just tie a half knot, just like you were starting to tie your shoes, and pull those out to the side. Even though they come from above and below, pull them out to the left and the right, and pull tight. There you go. Again, if it looks like this from the front, it's done. Okay, don't let that confuse you, friend. You're pulling one down you just scooch them down from the top, scooch it up from the bottom, and then tie your half knot, pull them to the side, regardless of the fact that they came from the top and the bottom. Pull them to the side. Okay? That'll do it. That's going to get you where you want to be. And what we have is beautiful. Okay. And we tied this with the little tiny blueberry comb by itself. Okay. Let's put some tape on the back of here. We are going to have to cut down a few of our cards. Let's cut these down. I'll just trim these up while I'm trimming. And I'll have all of them ready to go. I know I'm not putting that all in my paper cutter at one time. I can do about 3 at a time in my Caterpillar crop. That's a little uneven. Let me try it again. There we go. You know, you got a good paper cutter when you can do that, guys. That is a good paper cutter. Best I found. There are pros and cons to every single machine, and this has a few too. But for the most part, this is the best paper cutter I've ever worked with. Okay, I've got 4 pieces of paper here. I think I can cut through that okay. I wouldn't do it with cardstock, but I can do it with this text weight paper. All right, got our papers all cut. We got our beautiful bow made. We're going to wrap that bow around our paper now. I'm not sure. It will be in the evening of Thanksgiving. I will let you know on Wednesday what time to expect on Thursday. How's that? I have a lot to do to get ready for Black Friday, and I have a lot to do to get ready for the inspection that happens, the appraisal that happens on Wednesday morning. So by Wednesday afternoon, I should be able to work on Black Friday and get everything ready, and I will have a better idea of what time we will start. Okay. Anybody else having trouble with their ribbon? Is this helping you with your bows? Anybody else having trouble? Yes, we are doing Thanksgiving. We are doing Thanksgiving for just a small group this year. We have been known to entertain pretty large groups on Thanksgiving, but because of COVID, we have a small group. It's mostly family, and we are just going to have a nice, quiet get together. We got one of those marvelous smoked turkeys from Costco. If you guys haven't tried those are just unbelievable. The smoked turkey from Costco, the whole smoked turkey. Oh my goodness, is it good? It's really good. In fact, we had one. I ordered one so we could try it out. And ever since then, I've been dreaming of that turkey. So I'm so glad we're having that for Thanksgiving. So the turkey's going to be easy to fix because it comes to you already fully cooked. You just have to heat it up. And then I think Bryce is doing scallop potatoes. And what else are we having? Green bean casserole, homemade rolls. I think that's it, isn't it? Probably some fruit or fruit salad of some sort, or some kind of a salad that somebody will bring. And dessert. It's just going to be really easy. We want Thanksgiving to be enjoyable for everybody and not just a lot of work for one party in the room. Bryce works so hard on Thanksgiving. You know, he's such a good cook, and he's kind of perfectionistic with his cooking. So when we do the standard Thanksgiving with mashed potatoes and gravy and stuff, he actually boils and makes his own broth for the, especially for the gravy, and he does all kinds of stuff. Cooks turkey legs to get extra flavor, and just does all. He goes way above and beyond. And I'm kind of glad that this year, since we've been so very busy, that we're just going lighter this time. We don't have to have we don't have to make it a full production. We're just going to have fun with our family. So that should be good. Yeah, I've already had a call from the appraiser. I spent time on the phone with the appraiser this week, Roberta, and our taxes were ridiculous to begin with. We live in the state of Oregon where property taxes are just obscene to begin with. They are, that's not exaggeration. They're obscene to begin with. And yes, he was already on top of the idea that there had been improvements on our house, and they're not visiting the property. So he called to say what has changed. And I'm too darn honest to say nothing. I tell them all of it because it's who I am, the way I roll. We probably will have cranberry sauce. We will not be having mashed potatoes this particular Thanksgiving. We're going to have cheesy scallop potatoes instead. And if you tasted Bryce's scallop potatoes, you would understand it's no sacrifice because they're magnificent. Oh, we are going to have the special dressing too, with cashews. Bryce and Lauren doctor up just regular stovetop stuffing, and they add dried cranberries, and they add cashews and celery, maybe a little celery, a little onion. They make stovetop stuffing, and I'm telling you that with the dried cranberries and the cashews in it, it is just fabulous. Really, 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 really good. Oh, I think I was supposed to be putting the deer on. Oops, I put this one on instead. You guys don't care, do you? Is Colton? Colton, where's Colton from here, honey? Colton. It sounds familiar. Is that Washington or Oregon, Brenda? Colton. It sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Colton. Portland sits right at the border of Washington, so there we go. Wowzer. Yeah, no kidding. They'd catch up with me eventually. And I am honest to the core. I'm honest to the core. I can't lie. Yeah, Oregon. Okay, so it can't be very far from us, I don't think. Bryce is looking for Colton. That's it. We're going to do 4 because at this point it would just be repetition to do 6 more of these. Oh, it's not far at all? Where is it?
Kind of south between Canby and Estacada.
Oh, between Canby and Estacada. That's really close. Brenda, Colton, Oregon can't be more than 35, 40 minutes. 40 minutes from us. I knew it sounded familiar. Do you know somebody in Colton? Yes, please. Thumbs up if you would, please, ladies. do have one special Thanksgiving tradition that we love. I really want to focus on the meaning of Thanksgiving and our blessings. So I have a grapevine wreath, and I just tie a big, pretty um, wreath bow and put on there, and then I cut out paper leaves. Leaves about this big. 2.5, 3-inch leaves, and we use glue dots on the back. And in order to admit yourself for dinner, you have to have filled out 3 or 4 of those little leaves talking about the things you're thankful for. And that's your admittance to dinner. So you take the glue dots, you stick your leaves, your colored leaves on the wreath, and then you can get your plate and go through line. But everybody has to pay their admittance to dinner with their thankful leaves. And then when it's all done and everybody has put their leaves on, we just hang the wreath up on the door and everybody can go and read what everybody else is thankful for. And it is just a lovely, wonderful thing because people love to look at everybody here will read it before the day's over. And it's just a really nice way to focus on the things we're thankful for. And then at the end of the day, when it's all over and I've enjoyed the wreath as much as I'm going to, then I take the leaves off. I store the wreath. Next year, we'll pull it out. We'll cut out our, die cut our leaves again, and away we go. So that is our thankful wreath. It's so, so easy to do. And it's a wonderful way to get everybody to focus on the meaning of Thanksgiving. So that's what we do. That's our one big tradition. That and Bryce and his daughter cook. I mean, they do love to fix holiday dinners, and everybody brings a little something. Looking good. We have place cards my sister made about 30 years ago. We use them every year and have added to the family. Oh, that's very nice. You even made one for your newest baby. I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I love that too, Mary. That's super special. All right. Are there any questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom from the Peanut Gallery in honor of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving? Any questions at all before we sign off for today? This has been great fun. I've so enjoyed chatting with you guys and reading your comments. You guys are great. You guys are great. Well, as we prepare and head into the holiday season, I just really want to encourage everybody, get that booster shot, guys. Get that booster shot. Stay safe. Oh, Snoopy's my second favorite dog, Mary says. All right. Do stay safe. Take precautions. Take reasonable precautions, guys, and then have a really fabulous holiday. But I'm not signing off quite yet because I will see you again on Wednesday before the holiday. First Teddy, then Snoopy. So we will see you guys on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'll try not to keep you really late. We do have stickers again, though. So, and we'll also be looking at the Hunky Dory Wild Kingdom 2, I believe. So we'll have some fun stuff to look at and maybe a few more hints about Black Friday. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we'll tell you what time the sale will start on Thanksgiving. And yeah, get those booster shots, guys. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. For now, I'm going to say good night, Gracie.